distancing.
Yeah, 1 meter.
We're social distancing, you guys. Hi, I'm Miss Deda.
Hi, I'm Mr. Adrian.
Welcome to the School of Interactive and Digital Media. We're going to give you a tour. So, welcome. Ta-da! Let's go. Alright guys, we're gonna start this tour of the School of Interactive and Digital Media from level 6. I'm Miss Deda, I'm here with Mr. Adrian.
Hello.
And we are here to take you around on a very deserted day because everybody is packing and going home. So, what I'm showing you here is our showcase of work done by animation students from the ADV Diploma in Animation Video Effects, as well as an interactive wall done by the student from the Diploma of Interactive and Digital Media. So, interaction design, sorry. So, interaction design works like this, where I touch, hook, and change the channel. So this is an interactive wall. Right, so one of the peculiarities of the School of Interactive and Digital Media is that our 5 diplomas are all under the same roof. So that's why something like this is born, where you have interactions and projects that are done by students from different diplomas together. So they collaborate on a lot of VR projects, on a lot of AR projects that, augmented reality, mixed reality in general is the future. But the world is getting more and more interactive, so that's why we need to have something like this, where I touch a button and then I change the channel. Anyways, we're standing here on level 6, which is where the studios are. The studios is where the students go in year 3 if they're very good. Okay. Otherwise, if they're naughty, I don't know where they go. We send them with their naughty.
No, we sent to level 7. Level 7.
Okay, the very mysterious level 7. There is nothing on level 7. Anyways, it's a secret door. Alright, so anyways, they come to level 6, and that's where they work on the final year project in year 3, which is 3 months long, right? It's very, very long. And so they can work on kind projects, or they can work on stories just like this one, right? So from the different diplomas, you will have different projects. Animation usually affects students who do 2D animation, 3D animation, or some visual effects projects. Sometimes it's very glamorous, like exploding stuff, because we like to explode stuff. Sometimes it's not so glamorous, it's very pragmatic and practical, like removing the aircon compressor from a building to make it look like Singapore a long time ago, right? Because that stuff is also needed. So the motion graphic students will maybe work on the National Day Parade. Every year they get to work on the National Day Parade, and we've been doing that for 9 years. So every time you see the pretty graphics, it's done by our students. And they also work on the Fusion show, which is going live tonight. Today is April 7th, by the way. But if you miss the premiere on Facebook, you can always go back to the Fusion Facebook page and just look at all the videos with the work of the graduating students. So now when you pick a school, there are important things that you need to take into consideration. So of course, one is the portfolio. If you like what you see, tick. Okay, this is what I want to do, right? The next thing is, of course, the facility. So we're going to take you around and show you what the school looks like and the kind of stuff that you are able to access once you come to SIDM. Hopefully, you will be back here soon in person, okay? Because we're going remotely learning for the entire what's called a circuit breaker.
Yeah.
Circuit breaker.
Sure, better,
yeah. So for 1 month period. But when you're back in school, these are the labs that you will be able to access depending on the different diplomas that you're interested in or want to learn. Okay, and then the last thing is, of course, the lecture. So that's why I'm here, and Mr. Adrian is also here. So you get to see that we are really fun, loving people, sort of crazy a little bit. and we'll try our best to keep you entertained and show you nice stuff. And we're gonna go around and show you level 6. Now, as we go around, you will notice that some of the classes are frosted. It's because, like I said, when the students work on finding a project, it could be a personal project or client project. So now you know when you work for clients, right, you have to sign a non-disclosure agreement. So having a lot of visitors in school, we realize that there are some things that we cannot show to the public. Hence, the frosted class, right? Okay, so we're gonna go around. It's a bit of a ghost town today, so don't worry about it. If you see nobody, we did not eat the students. They just went home. Alright? They're on level 7. If you look behind now, this is a 360 video, so you are able to scroll around and see. So Mr. Adrian is taking from places. Okay, so we're gonna go inside. Okay, so we are in the corridor of level 6. Did you know, Adrian, that level 6 is on the 6th floor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just found out. I was just walking and I saw the level 6 sign.
And then you just ask yourself,
wow.
Is this above level 5?
I know, right?
Oh my
it's
God.
like
Okay.
just below 7. It's
Yes.
amazing.
Okay, it's below 7.
Yeah.
Alright, so level 6, like I said, this is where the studios are. If you look around, you will see the different studios on the sides. So now everything is switched off because the students are at home. You can enjoy the pretty graphic, but as you can see, like the classes are frosted, so you cannot quite see what the students are working on. But on this side is animation and visual effects. Actually, right now just animation 2D and 3D because visual effects has its own room. And on this side is the mixed reality lab. Now, I'm telling you, when we open house in January, please do come and visit us because there's some spinning chair in there that you can use for some VR games that the students are creating, which are really, really fun. You guys will enjoy it. Me, I feel motion sick every single time and I scream like a little kid. But the students really do find their enjoyment in freaking me out every single time they create something. They say that, try this next VR game that we made. It's quite fun. And then it's a freaking horror with ghosts and vampires and they pop up behind me and stuff and I'm all like, ah! Alright, so here instead is motion graphic design. So I know I'm showing names at you and you don't know what I'm talking about, but animation and 2D and 3D is story-based, they're storytellers, okay? And motion graphics is sort of like animation, but it's fast-paced. They do really fast moving graphics with visual effects. It's borderline advertisement. In fact, our students as well are working on the National Day Parade. They work on commercial for Milo, for Coca-Cola, for bubble tea shops and stuff, right? So they do a lot of creative works, right? So for those of you who like graphic design is a deep old term, I would say, right? But in motion and digital, right? This is the diploma to go to, right? This big room here now is being renovated. That's where our game art design students and the game development students are. So digital game art design is a diploma that focuses on creating world assets, stories, and the whole game level design for video games. You name it. They learn to create games for every single platform. And the game development technology students are the one that enable the art to move thanks to the coding. Because you can have your pretty character and then the character is like, haha, I know, right? So unless you hit a key, and that says when you click the up arrow, the character jump, nothing's gonna happen. So that's where the year 3 students from game development technology and game art design, digital game art design, come together to create a project. You can find some of the games that they've created over the years on Steam. So feel free to go on Steam and look for the School of Interactive and Digital Media, and you will see a few games, and they're quite nice. We're gonna go further down so I can show you. So Mr. Adrian is gonna look very big now. Hi, yes, he's smiling. So we're gonna go further down. I want to show you the interaction design. Now again, we did not eat the students. I promise you the students are all alive and well. They just went home today. So interaction design, right? Actually Mr. Adrian teaches for interaction design. So this is his turf, I would say. It's always very hard to explain interaction design to students because, especially the young ones, yes, it's magic. The young ones, maybe they think it's something really boring, but the true people is something that focuses on the user experience, which means it's like it focuses on the ability of making a person understand how something works, So for instance, let me show you something. So you all have this, right? Smartphone. Well, mine is not that smart, it's a little dumb. But right? Do you remember when phones were really, really stupid with the big chunky buttons and then you open them like clam, and then if you're upset at someone, you go like, and it takes you forever to tell them off, right? Then somebody could not stand this anymore. It's like, I gotta find like a quicker way to tell somebody off and tell them like that, right? So somebody just sat down and tried to figure out all these smart gestures that we're used to today, the pinch, the rotate, the swipe, the tap and stuff. So that person was an interaction designer. Okay, so what does this mean? It means that if I give a phone to a toddler can figure it out, right? So you have to figure out you have to understand how the person would use something without you being present there to explain to them how it works, right? So if I give this to a caveman, sure, they use it to crack a walnut, right? But eventually maybe they, selfie, right? So you never know. So amongst the things that they do in interaction design are, of course, all these smart gadgets and stuff, right? They do installations for museums, those kind that you walk in and suddenly the projector switches on and the girl was like, hey, you, yes, I'm talking to you, because it can detect you, right? But they also create smart apps, and they do web design and, branding and identity, because it really is about anything that is interactive. If I have a book and I open it, do I open it this way? Do I open it this way? If there's a tab, do I pull it? If there's a ring, do I rotate it? It can be applied to anything. It's something that you have to think about it as how do I interact with a monitor without a mouse and a keyboard, for instance. That too is interaction design, right? So something very cool that happened in the interaction design in recent years, the students were hired by banks. And they basically redesigned the website in a much smarter way. So even my own online banking now is so nice, and I love it so much. Thank you, our student who's working there now, because she's a smart girl and then she fixes all of my problems because I always complain, right? Anyways, so this is what interaction design does. Interaction design is the future, motion graphic is the future, all of the digital media is the future, okay? So the last room will be visual effects. We're gonna move a little bit so I can show you some more things. I hope you're looking around. Yeah, Miss Adrian is making faces.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
No.
Okay, so over here is visual effects. Again, actually, I will never know if the visual effects students are in or not, because there's this wall, the great wall of explosions. Normally, when this TV are on, there's explosions here and there, right? Our students like to destroy stuff virtually because they cannot do it in real life. So even when we give them assignment, it's like create giant monster, destroy school, create giant spaceship, destroy school, create giant plant, destroy school, create giant ant, destroy school. They destroy school a lot. Then Marina Bay Sands came along, and it's much more fun to destroy because there's the infinity pool, right? Then destroy the infinity pool, all the water, the little people, right? More fun. But we've been told not to do that, so we're not doing it anymore. Anyways, normally this room is very, very dark, so we never know if the students are in or not, but I like to peek in and check on them to see if they're dead or alive. Most of the time they're alive. No, they're always alive. Joke aside, they're always alive, possibly, right? So, if you look around on the wall, I'm not sure if you can see, there are some of the awards won by motion graphics students. You may not know this, but NYP has the 4th motion graphics school in the world, based on the ranking done by the rookies. We're also number 7 for illustration. We don't even have an illustration diploma, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just saying so, right? So we're pretty awesome, right? And this one here is a very prestigious award. It's like the Oscar of Design. And this is the New Blood Awards for the yellow pencil. Alright, so the winner is very, very young, okay? I think we won these 3 years in a row or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Pretty much. So talking about awards, I will show you a showcase downstairs very soon. I think your eyes are gonna go like, oh my god, so shiny, sparkle, sparkle, okay? So I am gonna stop here and we're going to teleport by magic to level 4. Magic. And we're back. So this is level 4. I once again want to talk about awards because it's so nice, right? There's so many beautiful things. This one is original, yes. Oh,
It's okay.
this one was technician.
One of the best. One of the best.
Yes. If you have any technical problems when you're in school, you go to him. He's gonna fix your computer on time. Oh, he got scared. Social distancing. Okay, that's why we're doing this video, by the way, because you guys cannot come to us, so we're coming to you guys in every possible way. So here, these are a lot of the awards that were won over the years. This was some of the work done by this. You know, this is from NYP. He created like a multi-million company making toys, like those designer toys, the cool one, right? And then of course there's the best film school in Asia. There's a lot of the safety element, first film fest, some of the books done by the students for children book illustration, all the animation awards. So we like to boast a little bit. Yes, we like to boast a little bit. We actually have a very long history behind us, as we've been around for more than 20 years. In fact, we're the pioneer school in Singapore for digital media. And we also lead the Adrian chapter in Singapore. It means that everybody that's doing digital media in Singapore, when they sit together around the table, that's us as leading, chairing the meetings, basically, right? So in a way, we sort of have this curriculum that's been designed over the years to adapt to the industry, because we want the students to be industry ready once they go out, right? So we have a close relationship with the industry. That's why we have a lot of cool internships. They can be in Singapore or abroad, in the US, in Japan, in Hong Kong, in Taiwan, Finland, France, you name it. We have a lot of exchange programs, right? And as well as we have alumni that really go on the distance. So some of our famous alumni are working on Lucasfilm, they're working on Star Wars and Marvel movies, or they're working on the Assassin's Creed games at Ubisoft, they're working, or they even founded their own company like Robo Playground Media, which is a small company that is actually creating for Disney the Mickey Go local short film. There's a lot of companies that were founded by our alumni, and then eventually they came back to hire their juniors. Because having been through the school themselves, they are aware that there is a certain level of like readiness, industry preparedness that they will find in their juniors. So how do they know where to find all these good students? Some of them sometimes come back and teach as a jump, and but most of them will come to the fusion show, to the graduation show. So the graduation show happens once a year. Once the student graduates in year 3, what happens is that we just make this huge graduation show. It's like a miniature job fair, I would say, where each student has his own or her own booth with their portfolio, their demo reel, and then we invite industry guests on opening night. And a lot of the time, these students find jobs. When the fusion show happens, when the graduation show happens, normally graduation show is in April, and graduation ceremony is in May. So some of the students are working before they even walk their graduation show, which is pretty awesome if you ask me, right? So we always start from strong fundamentals. I'm going to go around, show you some of the work from the students, and then I'm going to show you some of my favorite labs. So Mr. Adrian will take the camera. So it's going to be near you now.
Yeah.
The face is going to look very big.
It's okay.
And then here are some of the work done by the students. You can look around. This is the students' pantry. Alright, and over here you will see the work by the students. So I don't know if you can follow me, right? This is like visual development, visual illustration, all sort of fundamentals, right? So this is 3D modeling with texturing, 3D modeling with texturing, background design, you know, concept art of sort, visual development, so that's character design, you know, background painting and so on, right? So we teach our students very strong fundamentals. There's a lot more stuff in here, right? This is a production Bible for a short film I just showed you upstairs that's called The Sunderlands. So we teach them strong fundamentals, and these strong fundamentals are going to be enough for them to, you know, use their own creative thinking to apply the fundamentals to whatever the specific will be in the future when you go and work outside. Because you only work, you know, you only spend 3 years with us, so we cannot teach you everything, obviously, right? So we're gonna go that way. Level 4 is the deepest one. It looks like a spaceship, and I want to show you 2 very special labs. Okay, so we're going to stop here, and the first one I'm showing you is on my right, and this is the Games Resource Lab. Now, Sony is one of our partners, so over the years it's been very gracious to us and offered us a lot of toys. I wouldn't call them toys, but I'm pretty sure that these are toys you will be excited to use, right? You can see PlayStation Vita, those shock controllers, and all the VR, Oculus, and all those kind of cool little gadgets that, oh, we just saw Mr. Housen behind me. Oh. Yeah, so here's another picture. Alright, so this lab is very special because it's a PlayStation lab, okay? Let's just say it as it is. It's a PlayStation lab. So though they don't look like it, the metal boxes on the table are actually PlayStation. They used to look like the actual PlayStation, but you see how slim and skinny this thing is? So what happens when it falls off the table? Sony cries, kills oh, he broke my PlayStation, now I gotta fix it. They're not for playing, you see. These are for programming, these are for creating games, so they're very expensive to look through, right? Therefore, we have to change the look of it. They give us a chassis that doesn't look as glamorous, I would say. It's those gray boxes there on the table. But there are PlayStations, okay? So this floor is my favorite because it's a very specific lab. It's where the students they specialize. So we have animation labs, we have a Cintiq Lab, we have a motion graphics lab, we have the drawing studio as well as the photography studio. It's really, really cool. I'm going to snap my finger and we will be magically transported into the studio. Here we are in the Cintiq Lab. This is one of the students' favorite room, I would say. What you're seeing, if you look around, are 27 inches HD Cintiq tablets. It means that the student using the stylus can draw directly on the monitor. That's why it's their favorite room. They use it for their 3D, for their digital painting. All the artwork that you see around the wall have been done by the students over the years. So you can see that it's ideal for digital painting. But to be honest, I've seen them do you know, 3D modeling and ZBrushing here, and it's just the size of the monitor and everything that it's really, really comfortable, okay? The other thing is that this room is really, really cold, so, and this thing is very, very warm, so it's very nice, okay? It's open to the students since year 1. They take storyboarding in here, and a lot of year 1 modules, I would say, to get them used to the digital feel as soon as possible. I know that some people are more used to draw on paper than they are to digital tablets and stuff. It's not very hard to make the jump. I myself was trained traditionally, and I think I only jumped into digital in 2010. So you see, it's only 10 years ago. And now, you know, I do both, and they are one and the same to me. Traditional, digital, either way, you know, it's the same. So this one is a very large Cintiq Lab. It's the largest one in Southeast Asia and the second largest in the world, I think. We have a lot of stations in here, but not all the Cintiq Labs are in, the Cintiq tablets are in here right now, because some of them were moved upstairs to facilitate the final year project students in their project working. What else can I say? Wacom is also one of our friends, you know, one of our, I wouldn't say sponsor, they're not our sponsor, they're like, what's the word?
Partners.
Partners, yes, we're partners in life. We almost sign marriage certificate and stuff. No, but joke aside, Wacom is always one of our partners, and because of that, even the regular PC lab and all the other labs are equipped with input tablets so that the students don't have to draw with the mouse. That's you know, to prevent them from getting carpal tunnel because they spend extensive amount of hours in front of the computer. So I'm gonna snap my finger again, and we're gonna move on to the other corridor where I will show you the animation labs. So before I show you the animation labs, I wanted to show you the 360 lab. I think this is the favorite lab by visual effects students when they go into visual effects labs, because they get to sit together on the table and work on projects together. So one of the cool things is that please look around, because being a 360 lab, you are doing 360 in a 360 lab, so it's a 360 inception kind of thing. It's really awesome. So the lecturer will stand here. Hi. And then there's actually two projectors on these two walls. So yeah, can you imagine? It's like it's just directly projected on the wall, so you don't have to turn around to look at it. You can either sit here and look that way, or you sit this way and look that way. And the teacher can write on the wall, so it's an interactive wall in a way, right? So it's really, really cool. It's not a big lab, it's only 25 seaters, but yes, you always find a lot of students in here when they are working on their projects, so it's a really fun environment. Now we're going to go to the animation lab. So this is one of the two animation lab on level 4. It's one of the favorite by one of the favorite lab by our 2D animation students, as well as the game art design students, because they can come in here and work on their character design and do their cleanup and stuff. So I'll show you why they like it, because they have very nice light table, and because the light table can be lifted, if I can open it, oops, there you go, and this thing rotates. So if you're doing cleanup and you want to keep your wrist rotating, right, then you rotate and you draw, then you rotate and you draw. It will give you very nice clean lines. So the students spend a lot of time in here, and there are stations that are situated in the back of the room that are for recording the animation. So far, we have been teaching the students to do traditional animation on paper. We may move to digital very, very soon because we use different software like TV Paint or Animate. So we may move to digital very soon. But in the meantime, we're going to keep the nice tables because the students really like them. And because starting your fundamental from traditional, sometimes it's just give you that one extra, right? To make you just understand things in space. Just see the drawing in front of you physically. You can distance yourself from it. You don't have to zoom in. So it's much better. We have two of these. Again, on the wall, you'll see works by students and alumni, depending on which project. The projector is again on the wall over there on that side. You can turn around the video to look at it. And yes, thank you, Mr. Adrian. And then we have also the ability to write on the wall here, so it makes it an interactive wall as well. So we are going to move outside. I'll do one final explanation in the corridor, and then will be done with the tool. Okay? Okay, so we are going to end our tour here. I just wanted to show you this corridor a second because, you know, this is the second animation lab. Just now we were in that one. And then where Mr. Adrian is standing over here is one of the motion graphics labs. And here is the second one. Everything is switched off right now, but usually motion graphic design is a very small diploma. The cohort can fit in one classroom. So normally they will spend the entire time in here if they're in year 1 and over there if they're in year 2. By the time the semester ends, the glass window will be full of drawings, artwork, and they write on it and stuff on the wall. They really do take ownership of the space, which make the classroom really, really special. And then, of course, in year 3, you know, they have to go upstairs for final year projects. So that's how it goes, right? And eventually, you know, they will take some of the classes here when the year 1 and year 2 are not in. Okay? Then this concludes our tour. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Welcome to the motion capture room. This is possibly the pièce de résistance of the 5th floor. Feel free to look around, look up even. It's 2-story high, it's quite nice. Okay, so if you look around, you will see a lot of crazy equipment and stuff, alright? This room is used by animation and visual effects students, game art design students, as well as visual graphics. It's open to all the discipline, really. These are mainly 2 things that are done in here. One is motion capture, and the other one is compositing. So if they want to shoot a video, they can use the green screen, and then they can key out the green and composite whatever, like a giant dinosaur or a spaceship or a huge explosion, because we like to explode stuff, right? So I hope you're looking around because it's really big. And also because I'm going to point out at some of the cameras around. Why? Because our motion capture techniques uses these peculiar cameras that you can see all around. You see those round eyes? If you look up, well, now they're not on, but when they're on, this light on that basically looks a little bit like the eye of Sauron, kind of a bit evil. But there's also a laser shooting from the thing, not the kind of pew pew pew, then you die, huh? It's actually bouncing off markers. Depending on how high or low I put it, you can see that it refracts the lights to the point that it looks pure white. Actually, that's what these cameras around the room do. They detect black and white only. So when the laser hits this ball, it will detect it as white. And it will, you know, sort of register its position in a 3-dimensional space. And then you would have all of this marker apply on a black suit on specific joints, and sometimes on props, as well as shoes and I don't know, like footballs. You know, it all depends what the animators want to record. So usually when the students do a group work that requires motion capture, they will be directing each other. One will tell the other, go, ah, and the other one's, ah, that's that, right? And then they record it. The action is then transferred onto the computer, and that's where it is, like attached to a CG puppet. And from there, it can be moved on to the final animated puppet, right? So it's attached to a skeleton, the skeleton is attached to the puppet, and then the CG puppet is one that looks like it's animated. And the animation looks quite realistic. So if I show you a little bit closer, this TV, you will see some examples, oops, of what's happening here. Okay? Alright, sorry, I was very close to camera right there. I'm gonna put the marker back because if I lose one of these, the lecturer will scold me for losing them. Okay, so I try to stay in one spot as you look around this room. You can see the spiral staircase because actually we can come downstairs here from level 6 using the spiral staircase. It's 2-story high, like I said. Okay, so this room was used in the past by many companies outside of school. So if you look right there, where I'm pointing, the TV, you will see a game trailer that was done by Kung Medium. It's a small motion graphic / advertisement company that was founded by one of our alumni. So what did they do this? Like they needed to shoot like a trailer for a game. and they asked to use our motion capture room. And well, the plus size of this whole experience was that they hired the students to help them with this. And then eventually, after they took them in as intern, they ended up hiring them. A lot of our alumni company come back to hire their juniors because having been through the same pipeline in school, they know that there is a guarantee that they will get good quality interns and then junior artists. So the other thing that's going on TV right now, right there, is well, now there's a demo, but you will see some TV shows. Our animation and visual effects students in the past work on projects, even for MediaCorp. So you may think that visual effects is always a very glamorous job, makes Iron Man fly, makes Hulk smash and stuff. But there's a lot of other things. The most important thing is that the magic of animation and visual effects is to make something that doesn't exist look like it's real and put in two different things together. Alright, so, but at times it's not so glamorous, so the visual effects artist would need to, you know, remove the aircon compressor from the side of a building to make Singapore look like what Singapore looked like many years ago during World War II. So there's a combination of glamorous and not so glamorous thing. I mean, one day they're removing the compressor, the next day there's a Japanese bomber bombing over and explosions and stuff, okay? So I hope you enjoyed the tour of the motion capture room. It's the second largest one in Singapore. The largest one is ITE. It's in ITE next door from us. Well, their building is quite new, so they had space to just really go ahead and build a huge one. I would say that this one is still quite good size, and our students love this space a lot. It's because they have a chance to do a lot of those kung fu and fight scene that they enjoy so much doing, and I'm pretty sure you enjoy it too. Alright, so I'm gonna snap my finger now, and by magic we'll be transported onto another floor. This is one of my favorite rooms. It's one of our drawing studios. Actually, I feel very passionately about drawing from life using traditional materials. So, as you can see, as you scroll around the room, there are easels, and the students are usually drawing on big pieces of A2 paper with charcoal sticks. We're very likely testing the digital possibility, so to be drawing on an iPad. Personally, I like the idea of drawing on big pieces of paper because I like drawing from the shoulder down, using my elbow and using my wrist. It gives you such a great control over the medium. We have two of such classrooms. The model will be standing, or you are standing right now, on a great pedestal, elevated from the rest of the classroom. And then you will pose, or she will pose, and the students are required to draw from life. We don't do nudes because our students are underage when they come in year 1. But you know, because our models will be wearing underwear, then our classrooms are locked because we don't want peeping toms to look inside and make them feel uncomfortable in a way, right? There's a lot of things that it's taught in this classroom. It's not just figure drawing. Let me show you this wall. Okay, see, we learn anatomy in here and fundamentals of drawings as well as perspective. So we get to do outdoor, sketch at Walker Center, and we learn from the very foundation how to turn cubes into buildings. Eventually, there are some notes on animals here, okay, because it's very important to know how to draw humans and animals as well. Okay, so here you would see a demo. It's probably done by lecture. Let me see if I can show you some of the drawings. Alright, this is looking sweet. All the gesture. So the poses have a variety of range from quick studies to longer poses, and you see they learn drapery as well, right? Something like that. So it's really fun, and whenever I have the chance, I come in here as well because I like to draw from life. Even though I graduated from school many years ago, I still feel this strong magnetism towards the charcoal. The idea of getting my hands dirty, and I usually sit in the corner there, try not to take space from the students and draw. It's very important to learn things from the very base. If you know how to draw a human from real life, you know how to come up with virtual human, whether it's character design or little cartoon figures or 3D models or whatever it is. It's really, really important to have strong fundamentals, because if you have strong fundamentals, you can apply your imagination to it and your drawings will really fly.